Welcome to 2017, Cancer. This is your reading for the entire year. Welcome to Virtual Tarot. I am going to read a card for each and every month of 2017. And so let's begin. Please refer to the thumbnail at the right. The first card to show up for you is the Queen of Cups, and you are a Cup Queen. And so this would represent a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio female type of energy. This is receptive energy, and this is also the drama queen. And so January could bring some drama into your life. Now, if you are Cancer rising, Cancer moon, Cancer sun, or even Cancer and Venus, please pay attention to this reading, because this is all about the heart. And so the year opens with heartful sentiment, and your heart is wide open. For you, that is an effort and a feat. You're opening yourself up. That bony shell that you put around your heart in order to protect it, because you are so soft and sweet, has been cracked open, and you're feeling just about everything in the beginning of the year. And that is January energy. Now, for some of you, you may actually have a reason to feel a bit abandoned, and that's what I'm hearing. Maybe because someone has left the nest or flown the coop, so to speak, and that's what they're saying right now. If you're female, you could be feeling as if you're a little bit out of control of your emotional well-being and easily enough put back in check, but you're definitely wide open to all the sensations around you, very perceptive and maybe a bit overly perceptive, and so the month calls for removal every once in a while so that you can feel a little bit more in balance emotionally, and you can call others to task in a bit of a more logical way. And February, what do we have? We've got communication coming up for you, and this has been coming up for a lot of our signs in the spring. February brings the arrows of love, and oftentimes that's what this card is called. And so again, please refer to the visual on the right side. You will see 8 wands, and they're all reaching their target. And so February, although you might have been feeling a bit too wide open in January, February brings this sense of satisfaction in terms of communication, and you're getting what it is that you need. Your needs are being met. If you're looking for love, or if you're in love, in partnership, your emotional needs are being met. And this feels good, because it's almost as if you were wide open and needed to be calmed, or for someone to give you a little bit of extra TLC, and that seems to be coming your way in February. Again, February is the month of love, and so you are receiving exactly what it is that you would like to receive, be that communication, be that someone wants to tell you how absolutely wonderful you are. Now, if you are looking for a project solution, let's say, and you've been feeling a little bit of blockage within your creative endeavors, that will open up for you in February, and all of those issues are solved in a big way. It's almost like an epiphany comes to you in February, and suddenly you're ready and up to the task, and anything that you do is going to hit the mark. So get busy in February. March, we have, and again, this is coming up for many of our signs, we have the 8 of Swords. And so, interestingly enough, there's a lot of work that will be done, and there are struggles that are not, and of course life is full of struggles, but that are not only of the heart and keeping the heart in check, but also the mind. And that comes to the forefront in March, removing any negative thinking that you might have felt was kind of tying you down, keeping you back from being everything that you can be, Cancer. Open your eyes and remove that thinking that has been placed there by years and years of just hanging out with people who maybe don't have our highest and best, at the forefront of their minds. They're probably thinking about what works for them, and this stuff is not working for you. So remove any obstacle toward success and toward movement into your heart's desire. And so, again, if there's a project that you're working on, you're creating something, you're an artist, you're going to have to struggle a little bit with your mindset and with how you look at things, removing some of the cynicism. Perhaps it's been laid down in the past, because you want to be able to explore the depths of your soul. You want to get down to the good stuff that makes you who you are, this beautiful Cancerian, wonderful nurturer person who is able to take others to their breast. And this card is telling us that you're letting your mind get in the way of some of your natural gifts. And if you are a cook, or you're somebody who loves to embrace others, don't let your mind step in front of your goodwill. Next card to come up. We're just speaking to this, the Queen of Pentacles and another Queen. This is energy that is very nurturing, solid, loving energy that comes in April. And so you're feeling very grounded in April. It's a nice month for you to get outside, get physical, plant a garden, become the earth mother, wear sensible shoes, take care of your health, take your vitamins. Make sure that all of the people who you love, adore, and want to take care of know that you're there for them. And reassert yourself in the community as the person who can be relied upon, responsible, trustworthy. That's you. And so here you go, and you're taking your position. Now, if you're a male, you might find that there are two women coming into your life, and I'm going to move back up a little bit, and this would be for love. You might find this woman is overly dramatic, or you have someone in your life who's just kind of making you crazy. She's probably a water sign, but she might be making you a little cuckoo. So that will resonate with some of our Cancer males. Again, there's this movement toward stability within female energy, and so you're going to find the arrows of love moving toward this stable, earthier type of energy, type of female. She's in the upright, and she's also someone who will give you the ability to make what you have bloom, or the fertile ground that you've already put in place. It will be able to create more bounty, and that can mean financial success with this woman, or it can mean even that she's just able to control her emotional well-being to the point where you're able to actually move forward with her. And so that would be for some of our male Cancers. Moving into May, we have the moon, and this is your card, and that's no surprise. The moon shows up a reflective card. This is the card of the psychic. This is the card of moving into the interior. And so you may find in May that you're becoming more psychic, that you're also wanting to create an environment that feels like a womb, more of a womb. There's some dreaming that's going on, and there's some pulling back. And so you're going to want to become very more in touch with your emotional inner Cancer. Your emotional well-being, digging deeper into the psyche and allowing that to come through in your daily life, because there's something that is going to allow you to move forward within project work, within art, within whatever it is. And what I'm hearing them say right now is to value these qualities that you have as a Cancer, to not allow anyone to ever put you down, because you are this magnificent person who is able to resonate warmth and love and charity, and to nest and to create environment and to feed and to welcome those around you, the other signs around you. And you've got this magnificent ability to manifest within certain areas, especially within the area of restaurateur, hospitality. If you're involved in any of those types of creative endeavors, or even if that is your job, you're going to really come forward. And this is such a soulful, beautiful month for you. And so really pay attention to May, because that is where you get to come forward and really show your gifts, your innate talent, and something that you will want to do is to hold fast to who you are and all of your gifts. And now, if someone's putting you down, don't worry about that, because in June, we've got a card that advises us to just pay attention to what we're doing and forget about what everybody else thinks we should be doing. Because Cancer really is a hard worker, able to put their nose to the proverbial grindstone and pound it out. Now, organization is something that you might want to pay attention to in June as well. You're feeling very good about what you're working on, and you're also, you want to move this project forward. And so make sure that maybe take up a couple of books and make sure that you're organized properly so that you can really go inward and create whatever it is you are trying to create. The moon also speaks to becoming a bit mercurial and moody, and so that's the flip side of this. And some people would say that the moon points to depression, but what I say is that when we go inward, there's a lot of discovery that happens, and it's probably not in our society a very popular place to go. But sometimes we do need to go in, press in, and take a break from frivolity. And, the mood may seem a bit bleak and gloomy to those around us, but we'll come back, and, in June we'll come back to it. But just stay organized. Don't lose sight of the day-to-day. Maybe put a calendar together and make sure that you know exactly what it is that you need to pound out going toward the end of the year, because the June card to come up is Eight of Pentacles. It's a great card, but it's reversed. And so we just want to make sure that we got all our ducks in a row so that whatever we're working on in May with this moon card, this visualization, this self-reflection, this going inward can actually present itself. We have the Nine of Wands coming up, and that's in July. Nine of Wands is also a card of really putting in the energy and effort, but there's some defense happening here because, in the past, some of our energy and effort may have seemed to be put to the test, and although we've created and achieved a lot of different things, we're feeling as if we've got to stand watch, stand guard, and not let someone trample over whatever it is that we've achieved. So Cancer, look behind the scenes, whatever you're working on. Make sure you're checking behind the curtain, and you want to do that because you want to make sure that you're taking inventory of all that you have created. And sometimes I think this is only just to know, give yourself a slap on the back and say, look at what I've done. And really going into the summer, what I see again is more of the attention to detail process coming into play, because we've got now the Seven of Pentacles. August brings another warning by Spirit that we need to pay attention to detail. And so, again, August would be a time to play, and I can see why you may want to take a break, and you may not want to work on that project. It may not be in the forefront, and maybe because we do have this Nine of Rods in the center, Spirit is telling us that, hey, you've accomplished enough. And so for some of you, this is just permission. It's like giving you a permission slip to back up and not pay attention, and maybe allow your mind to clear out, allow your mind to run free and to just play and to do whatever it is that you feel as if you want to do. Not putting your nose to the grindstone is another interpretation of this reading for some of you. And so if you have been head down creating multiple projects, work assignments, creative endeavors, if you're a photographer, for instance, and you've been taking an awful lot of pictures, and you've really been focused on your technique, you might want to back off a little bit in the summertime and just play and let it flow and unfocus just a bit and not be as concerned with the details. And that would be another way to look at this reading. And if you're looking for love, again, this is a time to allow yourself to be a little bit messy even in the household. And I know I had said earlier, maybe we organize, but maybe what we do is we don't worry as much about the organization or the tremendous effort that we believe needs to go into the work project, because you've accomplished a lot already. And so you could possibly take a break here and put the books down and allow yourself to let your mind wander, and allow yourself to create, just to create, allow yourself to slow down, allow yourself to not think or feel or correct yourself in that you need to do. Take a break, maybe retire even for some of you a little bit. Retire could mean from the project. It could mean letting others who you've been teaching, letting them go and letting them do their thing, and not holding such a tight rein upon your environment. And so that could come into play, but I do believe that since I work with two decks and this Eight of Pentacles has come up twice, not focused so much perhaps on being industrious as just letting things go just a little bit, and let the dust bunnies pile up. And it's okay sometimes not to be OCD and fastidious. I see some of that for you, and maybe that means you allow yourself to take a break and travel, because now we have the Four of Swords coming up, and we're moving into the end of the summertime and into the fall. It's time to take a break. It's time to reassess. It's time to allow ourselves to congratulate. We have fought the battle. We have come through, and we're going to find that some of these past wounds are going to heal. Some of these thought processes that we've had are going to heal because we've taken some time off during the summer. And please listen to this reading a couple of times, because it's the opposite of what you would expect. This is Spirit telling you to take time, tend to the inner needs, the inner emotional body. Allow yourself to go deep and if you're feeling a little bit paranoid about doing this in the summertime, Spirit is saying it's okay, and that you've already fought the battle. You've already built the industry. You've already created multiple projects. And if you're a young Cancer listening to this, this is just saying that all will be well. And so I would not worry about just allowing yourself to put down whatever tool you have, be it your camera, be it work assignments, be it school assignments. And if you do, and if you find that you just don't have the motivation, in the end, it's all part of the plan, because we're having to take a break in order to come around. We do now have the Chariot, and that's a major arcana card coming around into the fall. A very good card. October. We're coming around in October, and that means that we're getting a handle on where we want to go. This is big stuff. This is the ability to move from point A to point B in a straight and focused line. It can also point to the fact that you're ready for some major travel, and that you've been able to defocus from some of these tasks that have been piling up, and you've realized that they're kind of meaningless. The summertime tasks have been, there's always something to do, I guess, is what I'm hearing your guides say. You're always going to find another thing to do. And if you're going to stand guard over the home, over your job, there's always going to be another pile, another inbox, another work assignment. And so just the realization that those things will keep coming will allow you to move forward and center your mind on the bigger stuff, which is healing from past pain. Separation, divorce, and that kind of thing seems to be coming up. And once you do, you're free to take that big vacation, to begin to plan a future that will allow you to feel more in control of your environment. And so Cancer, that's really what this year is all about. It's assessing your environment and assessing all those little tasks that seemingly need to be done, but seriously are just a distraction. That's the big realization of the summer. And so once you go deep and you really focus on who you are and what you need and what you would like to achieve, taking into account your specific skills, and I am hearing your heartfelt motivations, then you're going to be able to move forward and away from the things that aren't that important. Knight of Swords. Now, Knight of Swords comes up. You have a righteous cause. The Chariot precedes the Knight of Swords moving into November. Knight of Swords will move you straight down the path to finding what it is that you believe in. And this is really all about your belief system. It can also point to the fact that you have to go to battle a little bit for what it is that you want in the winter months. And so if you are in a work environment, you might find that you're going to have to get strong with some of your so-called opponents who may not agree with your value system. But your value system is loud and clear, interestingly enough, and that is a relationship-based value system that will allow you to move forward in the way that is best suited to who you truly are, your soul. December, patience, temperance, and so we have temperance. Now, this year is going to be one that ends in a way that's very similar to the way that it opens. The Queen of Cups, that type of energy that shows up for us, first of all, in January, as a bit of a warning to keep things in balance emotionally. And we end the year in December with the major arcana Temperance card, which is also advising us, Spirit advising us to keep our lives in balance, or to live by the golden mean, to not let others upset us, rule us, change our minds, tell us who we need to be. That needs to become the quest for the year, to believe in our value system, which is a beautiful relationship value system. It's an emotional state, and we're all people, and so the way we relate to one another is from the heart, from the soul, to be available, to be sensitive, to not allow others to make us paranoid or distract us from our agenda, because as we go through these different paths, and some will be blind alleys, actually, as we're listening to people, those around us who we think have our highest and best, our needs front and center. We realize that actually they do not have our needs front and center, and that all of our achievements have been really because we've worked really hard to get to where we are. And so feel great about that, because you will be able to take everything that makes you who you are. You're going to be able to take that and make that so much more at the end of the year. It's a beautiful ending, Temperance. Temperance speaks to art. It was called the art card. It is also the card of alchemy. This card speaks to taking something that's ordinary and creating majesty and beauty out of that. And it is a miracle, and it is a high compliment by Spirit. And it does require a certain amount of grace, patience, and I'm hearing you may need to hold your breath toward the end of the year just a little bit and move towards center. It's the golden mean. It is just living your life within this beautiful balance. And that will allow you to move to where you would like to move toward. And it looks as if there's a mighty move that's coming on toward the end of the year. There may be a bit of a delay with that move, some hiccups along the way. But Spirit is asking you, when you get toward September, October, November, December, those months look to be starting out with this withdrawal, taking a break, assessing what it is that's held you back in the past. Once again, assessing the need to heal, allowing yourself to walk away from the past. And that is in your mind, these things that hold you back, that keep you from moving toward success. Let that stuff go and stop the distraction, because others will try and distract you. Others will try and put you to work. Others may say, hey, pay attention to my needs. You've already accomplished what you need to accomplish. You have everything at your disposal. And so the Chariot would say, get in the driver's seat and move forward with your life. Not everyone is going to like it, but that's okay. And again, car trouble may be coming up toward the end of the month. And so just look for any, like tires, I'm hearing. Make sure that your tires are good and balanced and aired up. Make sure that you have the ability to create a vehicle. And if you need to put parts and pieces together and people and situations, make sure that you're aligning those things toward the end of the year, because there's a lot of movement happening. You might be taking your company to market. You might be moving an organization from one area or position or even location to another, or you may need to. Do not be afraid to make some major moves toward the end of the year, toward October, November, December. October is a pivotal month with this reversed chariot, and so don't let anyone run you off the road. And I'm hearing that as well. And that's a metaphorical road, or it's an actual road. And so take control of your life. Again, not everyone is going to like that, but that's okay. And Spirit is saying loud and clear, do not let anyone take you off your game, because you've got so much to offer. And when you do, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Stay open. Don't be afraid. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you are not the most beautiful, wonderful person, and that nurturing and giving and remaining sensitive, that is where you shine. And so if someone is taking a piece out of you, you stay in the middle, and you know that in the end, relationships win, and not this aggressive, assertive negativity. You've got this. And Cancer, you're going to move forward. It's going to be beautiful. If you're looking for love, you're going to find it. This year looks very good. If you are a male, and so I do see two women here, and I do see that there is a earth sign who looks much more grounded for you, and that will help you stay in balance. I do see that there is a lot of movement forward, and perhaps a very exciting trip coming up for you in October, and have fun with that. And so thank you, Cancer. I hope that you've enjoyed this year-long reading. This is available for December, and then after will be for subscription only on the website and on Vimeo. And so I am hoping that you'll check back, because this is an awful lot of information to take in, and this early, it's a lot. So thank you so much. I will be doing love readings here pretty soon for you as well for the month of December. And if you'd like to learn how to read the tarot, check out the website. I'll be doing hangouts. I'm taking 10 people, and we're going to sit down and we're going to learn the major arcana, and then we're going into the other 4 suits, and we're going to learn how to read these cards. This is a pretty complicated reading, and so if you're hanging in there with me, you'll be able to learn how to read intuitively and channel for yourself and for your loved ones and for those who you don't even love and don't even know. Anyway, big kisses to you. Have a wonderful 2017.